Yesterday, we talked about a forgotten player on the Steelers defense. So for today, why not someone on offense? We all know what this Steelers wide receiver room consists of. At wide receiver 1, we have George Pickens, about to be a bona fide star. At wide receiver 2, Deontay Johnson. He's polarizing, but overall, just a damn good player. Former Pro Bowler, just needs to catch the ball a little bit more. At wide receiver 3, Allen Robinson. He's the veteran, a former franchise receiver. He's here to teach the young guys a few tricks, but also show that he still has some gas left in the tank. Another guy that's been getting some recognition is the guy the Steelers just signed out of the XFL, was actually the league's best receiver in Akeem Butler. With him, he's trying to prove that he belongs in the NFL. There was a reason he was actually drafted in the league in 2019 with his upside, his potential, his speed, his size, all that. But a name that's kind of been flying under the radar, and I don't know if it's due to his size, he's a smaller guy, doesn't really stick out from the crowd, or that he sat out all of his rookie season with an injury, is Calvin Austin. Here's Kenny Pickett talking about Calvin on 93.7 The Fan and how he thinks he could fit into this offense for 2023. Says it's been awesome to have him back. He's going to play a huge role in this offense. His skill set was something that we were lacking last year with his speed. One of the better guys I've been able to meet coming into the Steelers. He's a great teammate and a guy you want to go to war with. He's not wrong. That was something missing from last year's offense, and why a lot of people were pissed when the Steelers shut down Austin for the whole season. Some were wondering if Canada didn't know how to utilize him and incorporate him, but we eventually found out that Austin was legitimately injured and needed another surgery. But you heard from Kenny. Here's Calvin talking about how he views himself in this 2023 Steelers offense and how he's feeling more comfortable going into his second year despite missing all of his rookie season.
Did you get more acclimated this season?
Oh, most definitely. Like, I can imagine, I can remember, going through rookie minicamp around this time last year and stuff, and just being on the field now, like, it just slowed down tremendously, and just being out there just felt like it was just right. So I think just last year, learning everything, just watching and stuff definitely helped.
How much can you help this offense?
I can help it as much as they allow. I've just been, learning, and you can definitely tell that it's a push for the offense. So, we got to make some big strides. So I think I can just help in any way they see fit, because I'm just ready to go.
We also got future Hall of Famer and current Steelers corner Patrick Peterson talking about Austin's speed and going up against him 1v1 in OTAs. And just for context, Peterson's been around for a little bit. He's seen some talented guys. He sees some guys with speed. So for him to bring up Austin and really point him out, that's got to mean something, right?
That joke was fast. I'll tell you that much. He make a little move. He get, maybe get like a arm length ahead of me. But I end up going down, giving one of my tug and pulls to get me back in position, making the play. Coach come back and film it. Coach Grady Brown, he come back and film. He's like, man, we all owe Pat Peter an apology. We didn't tell him 19 had wheels. I'm in year 13, got 1 million miles on my tires, and y'all didn't even tell me this man run a 4.2.
And let's not forget, Austin's going to be vying for some return man duties. Says, I'm open for whatever in the special teams world, even if that's me being the gunner. Whether that's punt return, kick return, I'm confident in both. So all this got me thinking. We all know the comps that Calvin Austin has gotten to another NFL receiver. That's Tyreek Hill. Similar size, speed, good route runner, return man, etc., etc. So, if Calvin Austin could win this return man competition and carve out a role in the offense, could we see a Tyreek Hill-esque type of season coming up? And I'm not talking prime Tyreek Hill. More like Tyreek Hill's rookie season. And I don't even need that from Calvin Austin. It could be like Tyreek Hill's rookie season light version. Because if you look at Tyreek's numbers, he had 593 yards receiving, 6 touchdowns, 24 attempts on the ground, 260 yards there, 3 rushing touchdowns. Also made things happen in the return game. That's what ended up getting him an All-Pro and Pro Bowl for his rookie season. Had 592 yards returning punts with 2 touchdowns. And then for kick returns, 384 yards and an additional touchdown there. So look at those numbers and maybe bump them down just a little bit. Instead of almost 600 yards like Tyreek, Can Calvin get like 400 or 500 receiving? And then instead of 6 touchdowns, maybe 4? And then on the ground, instead of like 270, can we get it to like 150, 160, 170? And then a touchdown or 2 there. And then in the return game, I'm not expecting Tyreek Hill type of numbers, but what if we got a touchdown or 2? I don't think that's much to ask. And then whenever you look at it, I mean, receiving, if he got 400 or 500 yards, that's about 30 per game. Rushing, that's around 10. You know Canada's going to want Austin doing some type of jet sweeps. And then if he returns it, can we get a touchdown or 2? We're due. I mean, we've been due. I mean, how long has it been since we got a punt return or a kick return to the house? I think it was Deontay Johnson back in 2019. I guess what I'm saying is those numbers are very feasible for Calvin Austin. And I think they would be impactful, even though those projections don't have him being a 1,000-yard receiver or anything like that, putting up gaudy numbers. He brings that element that no one else on this team has with that top-end speed. So if he could just be on the field, getting the ball, getting targeted, whatever, just getting the ball in his hands one way or another, teams will see that and say, man, this guy's a threat. We got to watch him, which will then open it up for the other receivers like Pickens and Deontay, open things up for the run game potentially. I just think he could be a big-time asset for 2023. Even though we kind of have our top 3 receivers locked in, who's to say Calvin Austin still can't see the field maybe 30 to 40% of the time. We have certain formations, certain packages for him. Just get him the ball in space, target him like 4 or 5 times a game, and see what happens. It's just a different dynamic. Like, he might be able to take a wide receiver screen to the house for 60, take the top off of defenses and whatnot, make dudes miss. Like, there's just a whole nother element that's at play here, and I'm hoping Matt Canada knows how to utilize him correctly. And maybe the guy that stole Kenny Pickett's car got a sneak peek of what plays are in store for 19. But let me know what you guys think about Calvin Austin in this 2023 Steelers offense. What projections do you have? Do you think I'm kind of on the money here? Do you think he's capable of more? I think we all could agree he's capable of more. But do you think that's like a good baseline, a good over-under to set it at for the receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, even the rushing numbers and whatnot, even in the return game? So let me know down in the comments. But that's it for this edition of Big Deke News on a Thursday. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay chilling. Enjoy your weekend. And peace.